So this is a story about wanting to make a short film. One that started off as a parody and ended up being a nightmare. I've always loved Halloween, and with me having a YouTube channel, I wanted to make a short little film with some of the stuff and equipment that I've acquired for that channel. And I approached Henry and a couple of friends and said, hey, would y'all be interested in working with me so that we can put together this little Halloween special? And they agreed. They thought it would be cool. The initial idea was for it to be a self-aware parody, kind of like Super Troopers or Reno 911, set in the atmosphere of The Walking Dead, but have it in our hometown. It was gonna be funny. The original working title for the project was supposed to be The Walking Dub, The Adventures of Gay Rick and Fat Daryl. And this is kind of what we come together and figured out that we were going to actually do, is make a comedy. And me and Henry got excited and got on the golf cart and actually drove around and took footage of our town, like places that we knew that people from around here would recognize, key features like the water fountain, the water tower down by the railroad tracks. I came home and edited it together, and it turned out that the editing kind of took on a mind of its own. And then when I put the music to it, the tone and the atmosphere of it, it was apparent real quick that it was a little bit more serious in tone than we were first expecting. So I called the guys up and I got them to come over and watch the intro, and they looked at me and basically all unanimously agreed that from what the intro looked like, we should try to take it a little bit more serious and probably drop the Gay Rick and Fat Daryl thing. So that's kind of, where this project started. And I kind of shot myself in the foot, because what I did was I immediately, after seeing the response that they had for the little bit that I've done already, I went ahead and jumped on my computer and made up this little promotional poster with the Walking Dead background of the little house in the field, and put the Walking Dub on it, and I put "Coming this Halloween." And this was like 6 weeks before Halloween, and we hadn't actually really gotten a concept or 100% of everything together yet. And I put it all over social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and kind of set a deadline that was unrealistic, not knowing this at the time. But yeah, so we ended up, I started like planning out. I didn't have really a working script, but I had certain points that I did want to hit and certain shots that I knew up front that I wanted to try to, achieve. We decided to shoot the thing at Henry's house because I knew between the little house behind him, the canal, the backyard, the inside of his garage, the inside of his house, we could kind of make the atmosphere look bigger than it really was, within and staying confined into the yard. So we put things out on Facebook asking if anybody wanted to volunteer, if any friends or anybody wanted to appear in it, and what day we were going to shoot on. And in your head you're thinking that, hey, we should be able to shoot this like on a Saturday. And it became apparent real quick that I kind of got in over my head, and I don't know, I was a little timid because it was the first time I'd worked with a lot of people at one time. I'm very grateful that everybody that did showed up. We had a great time. We took some promotional pictures. We took pictures of everybody that came. Lance showed up with his family and ended up being a part of the filming. He was the zombie that got down in the nasty ditch and got shot in the head at the beginning. So there was a lot of respect there for that, and it was just, I don't know, it was like, I felt like because of it being the first time I had worked with everybody on this level, that I hadn't earned the respect yet to be able to really be stern with people and to speak up like I should have. And looking back, I should have just took the liberty and done it anyway. But there was kind of a lot of chaos on set. There was a lot of things that I kind of wish would have been a little bit more organized, and I blame myself. You know, the week before we filmed, we spent a lot of time over at Henry's prepping the torture room, getting everything together, trying to make sure everything looked good. I borrowed some props from a family member, and I even thanked him, you know, in the end titles. But you know, I really, my vision, it's one thing to have this vision and know what you're capable of, and it's another thing to actually be able to put that into an art form. A lot of everybody else had the luxury of going home and not having to worry about it anymore, when I was staying up, you know, till 3 o'clock on work nights working on the editing to be able to get this released on time. And it really became really personal to me that I tried to make the best film that I could.
Just kind of don't look up with your face.
You comfortable with that?
Just kind of be like this, your face down in the...
Yeah, like crawling out.
Yeah. And then just reach your hand up. He'll put sound effects to it.
Yeah, but see, that'll be perfect, because that means that in both of y'all establishing shots, y'all will both get a kill on a walker. And that'll be enough to where all we gotta do is hide people behind doors with blood stuff, and it shows that they're around, but they're not the focus once we get to the main part of the story.
Storyline is us, just like The Walking Dead.
I think. No.
So he died. Everybody died.
Everybody died.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Might as well.
I don't always drink, but when I do it during the apocalypse. Stay thirsty, my friend.
You ready?
It's filming.
That's why I'm over here laughing my ass off.
It says he's talking, or hours we're talking, he's taking pictures. I don't know what he's doing.
Who, me?
I think he's contemplating whether or not he wants to be sexual molested.
I thought you said you were getting him a wig or something.
No, I'm waiting.
Waiting on what?
Oh shit.
What the fuck is this
Like-
nigga? Hey, this nigga G-Lo Cooper. That needs to that sugar full frame. You need a longer cord, dude.
What?
Be able to walk around.
But he's trying to be
I don't
around
need to
here.
walk. I mean, it's just to set the scene.
I got you. That's what you're saying.
But it keeps me to where I can
You
kind
see how
of...
dirty this
Look
shit
around.
really get.
Hey, did my,
What am I considering something?
did my promo pictures come out good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I'll get them to everybody.
No, I'm not asking to see him right now. I was just asking as that.
Damn, so you gonna give me one of each person? Since I'm in the scene with
Hey,
each
what if he's
person?
got some? Think he got some old jeans I could wear?
I'm sure you can figure out what size you wear. You wear a 36?
Yeah.
He got the pants that we just got at the Goodwood. I'll probably fit you.
I
But
just
you'll be coming up probably up here a little ways past where Stanley's at.
Stickers all in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll accommodate you. If we need to, we can put a blanket down on the slope
Yeah.
or something to where all I get on the scene is like, you know, this side. Get a blanket.
This is just pictures.
Yeah, I'm about to take an actual
Yeah, we
picture.
gotta take goof pictures.
And action.
Alright, wait. Tell me again, what are we doing? Just
All right.
one, I don't want to talk.
You're
Just
gonna
a brief.
You're gonna come around the corner of the fence, like when you're on this side of the ant pile, is when you're gonna pull up. Like you're gonna hesitate, and you're gonna kind of look over. You're gonna look down the road, decide that it's a good idea to go ahead and cut through this way, and then when you get like in front of the ant pile on this side of the fence, so I can see all of you, is when you look down, you'll grab the walkie and you'll look at it, then you'll say Daryl, Daryl, and then when you don't get a response, you just kind of put it back on your belt. You'll hesitate again for a second and just walk to the corner of this building.
Alright. Is there somebody in there? No, nobody's in there, right?
They will be. Not that you
I
know
just
of.
don't want to be unexpected.
Not that you know of right now. No.
for you to worry about.
No, before we get to that part, we're going to recenter up on the building, have you actually walking across and notice the chain and stuff. Then we're going to do a close-up of like you undoing the chain and you looking into the window. and then I'm gonna come back again, and then that's when you go to open the actual door. The door's gonna kind of come out and scare you. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Action, go.
What you gotta do?
Hold on, we
Car in
got.
the car, or golf cart. Drunk fuck. 2 golf carts. What the fuck? Action.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
Take 2. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with your hand on the doorknob, and I want you to lean in and look in the window as I come up with the camera, okay?
Come
All
on.
right. Action. Cut. All right, hold on.
I know we do need that.
All right, I need everybody in the driveway to just step to the side because there's a reflection in it. I apologize. I need to try to get that reflection as much out of it. I'm gonna zoom in to where it's just you in the window. All right, Tony, can you hear what I'm saying? The next time that he peeks in, you scared the shit out of him.
Boom.
Boom, motherfucker.
I'm gonna lighten the shot a little bit. All right, action.
I think you might have hit the door.
I don't think it fit.
Alright, so are we supposed to? I thought I was supposed to take the chain off.
Well, you were going
Or just
to,
let it fall off.
but we just. All right. We'll put the chain back on the door.
Look at the door. But I just don't want the chain to fall off.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Here, actually, you know, that doesn't need to even be tied.
Well, but then it's not going to be it's not going to make sense now if it's not the same way as it was, Henry.
I'm like, what is this chain here for?
Or we can have it an Easter egg. The first person to spot the chain's fucked up gets $1,000 from Henry.
Not free fall, but hands just numb. You just let them do what they do
Okay.
as you walk.
Well, you want to do a test shot, or you just want to go with it?
Just go with it.
All right. Quiet, everybody quiet. Action.
Hey, yeah, if you, yeah, you.
I mean, I can do that. We can do a handheld shot of you coming up, drawing your gun from that doghouse, because it still shows where you were. And then when you lean down here, and then we can cut to the wide angle shot where you kind of come around, and then you're standing here.
You need to let me know when you are ready. Or.
Whose puppy is that?
I just got it the other day.
That's yours?
Yeah.
Lying motherfucker.
That sounded good in there. You
I
found
need a good bait dog.
That's Henry's.
I can use as a bait dog again?
Prothons or whatever.
No, man.
As a bait dog?
No, man. That's our blue healer.
Oh, this
It did
shit,
come
that
out.
dog right there be more than shit. I can definitely use that dog.
I know you could, but we're not.
For me to get the shot of them, you're going to have to get to the corner of that fence eventually, Stanley.
That's the perfect fucking.
At least here. This one. So if you want me to follow you handheld from there to here, and you already notice her walking and you get to here, their parts won't change.
Yeah, I could be like trying to sneak up on her.
thinking you are. Yeah, and
And
then you
I'm
get to here, and then that's where it cuts just in the wide shot.
Mission Impossible over here.
Nah, I just feel like.
Because this is where I need to end up here, and you're not even in the shot yet.
Don't shoot me.
You let us know when you're ready, man.
I'm trying to figure out framing. All right. Cut. Stay where you are, Stanley. Stay where everybody is. Wide shot. All right, Stanley, what you're gonna do is you're gonna slowly make your way back to that corner. So by the time she gets to the corner of the fence and you get her in your aim, she'll make it to the corner and then he'll come and do his thing, okay?
You want me to go over there?
Yeah, I want you to come around the front of the doghouse just to this corner of the fence right here.
Okay.
And then like you're aiming down like you're ready to shoot her.
Okay.
All right. Let me get my focus back.
Then you want me to run to the house, to the shed?
No, we're gonna cut when I just kind of stand there until after everything that's done with them's done, like you're watching, and when then he looks at you, I'm gonna say cut. We're gonna get a different angle of your expression. You're gonna try to be looking around like somewhere to go. When you look back down there, he's gonna be gone. Action. Cut.
That was perfect.
That was pretty badass.
That was awesome. Oh my god.
That was badass.
I mean, it doesn't get no better than that.
I mean, I believe that shit.
I believe it.
That was badass.
She believed it.
The way she dropped, I was just like, damn.
Okay, go see,
Yeah, we're definitely gonna lead you again.
That
for
was
sure.
badass.
Hey.
Action. Cut.
Kill shot, motherfucker.
Oh, the shoes, yeah, you got those from all there.
I still got a big dick, I promise you.
Do you talk or something, man?
Why are you talking about his penis?
Cause, man, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to
Talking
be
about my
funny.
penis?
He's wondering how you
How
wear
you
your
keep
pants so tight.
Tight. I mean, I'm sorry. I had
Like,
one,
and it not be uncomfortable.
I had a huge ass frog toe sitting right there, but you know what I'm saying?
Talking about his balls. He couldn't do it.
Just remember, when I get like about this far from you, you look as surprised as you can, like scared, like you know you about to get fucked up. You ready?
Yeah.
Sorry. We might have to scoot over a little bit.
My fault.
It might not hurt for you to be a little bit more forward than right behind the thing. Like you're right down there, right?
You backed me into a corner.
Alright, you ready? Alright, quiet, set, action. Oh, never mind. We had a diva moment. Alright, action. Perfect. Action. Awesome. Go ahead.
Ready. Quiet on the set. And action.
He just keeps kicking it.
Cut.
At least the hat fell off over there.
Dude, the forehead looks good.
So do I need to keep pulling him over here?
Yeah, because I want to be able to cut it in pieces and kind of do like
Y'all got a towel?
Not yet.
A towel.
Four.
Not yet.
The fuck? What for?
But you don't need a towel yet.
I was trying to be.
He's like a towel.
Cause
So you ain't even done nothing to him yet. What's your towel for?
well, I'm trying to be prepared for later. I mean, damn. But
I didn't even say the action. Told me
nigga, come on.
I know. I was like, whoa, and my belt got stuck at the bottom of the thing, and I'm like, wait, I'm
Do
done.
we need to redo that?
No, it's perfect. I love it. I love the fact that it like just comes to him already coming out. It'll work.
The reason why I said a towel, between my hand sweat and his wrist sweat, my hands are just slipping.
You slipping, you tripping, you can't get up.
Can't get up.
Well, I was gonna say you don't have like a rope or those chains or something. You can just grab it, like.
You don't want me to do that. That shit'll tear your wrist. Yeah.
He look like the goddamn Captain Morgan's man, and Stanley just comes on the ground like.
Pull me, big boy.
Are we still waiting on a towel?
I thought I was. I done said something like 10 times.
Do we have a towel?
I know that. You're talking about side.
Just get some burger pickles.
Yeah, just get some damn some.
Get some burger
potato
pickles.
chips. Some potato salad.
Some potato salad.
Why don't you get frustrated like and then grab him by his foot?
Can I just grab him by his throat and just like,
Motherfucker. No, why don't you get frustrated, grab him by his foot?
Get frustrated, nigga.
What?
I'm so glad that you don't back me up on that. I love you.
Yeah, you love me, right?
It's not a word.
We do love you.
No, the only time you would say that. Any other time in the phone.
Why's my hair
you would
falling
not
out?
say that.
Oh, no, say what?
That when you corrected me.
Me?
Every time.
What'd you say?
Every time I say that, she has something to say about it.
What'd you say?
Nothing. You wouldn't get it.
Why wouldn't I get it? I
Because you probably say it worse than I do.
I guarantee I say it worse than you do.
I think it's just because you can't put the R.
What? Frustrated?
Ooh, he's so frustrated.
Are you getting flustered? Is your feathers getting wrinkled?
Henry's like, I'm still menstruated right now.
He's ovulating.
If y'all don't stop, I'm about to ovulate.
My menopause is coming in.
I'm not that greasy.
Quiet on the set, go.
Cut!
Yeah, Abram's in the shot.
No, this has to go all over again. No. I do not. I'm sorry. I don't accept it. I don't accept it.
Why?
Okay, if you want it in there, go ahead.
I mean,
If I want one in there.
Abram in the shot.
all
Why would
Stanley's got to
Abram
do is
stay
stay there.
I don't know.
Abram moves, and then he shoots it again.
Then I just cut to him pulling him up the stairs.
Yeah.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
They can go away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that hard. I mean, it's just cut shots. I mean, you're the one that's got your boots in the way.
He looks so peaceful.
You had me
I ain't
standing
dead
over
yet.
him looking down at him before I pull him up the stairs.
All right, y'all ready?
Which way we doing? What we doing?
Just go ahead and take him up the stairs carefully.
I know, until he said, are you ready?
When you get him inside, slam
Wait,
the door.
Are you really going? Okay. Oh God, this will hurt. Ow. I'm not prepared for this.
Cut. Damn it, I don't want this on there.
one of the biggest issues we had was I found out the difference between a prime lens and a kit lens. At the time of making the walking dub, I only had two lenses. I had a 50 prime and the kit lens. And when we were filming on set, I didn't really know that the 50 millimeter was going to be able to absorb so much more light, being a 1.8 than the kit lens was, and there was totally two different looks and feels to the footage that I did between the two lenses. And when I went to color correct everything, this made it a nightmare. I got some scrutiny for parts of the movie being too dark to really see, but you know, there came a point during editing that I kind of had to tell myself that, you know, maybe it wasn't keeping and hindering people from being able to follow along. The story should still be able to move forward without having to see every detail. Now, you know, recently I've watched TV shows and some movies like Stranger Things where there's a lot of areas in those shows where there's like some dark visuals that you really can't see a lot of detail, and it kind of adds to the whole, like, you know, imaginatory process of what could be going on. So I kind of thought that maybe people were kind of used to that by now, but I was wrong. That was one of the main complaints that I got. But yeah, so I learned a valuable lesson, and since this I've gotten 4 new lenses for my camera, and a lot of them are able to actually have fixed apertures to where I'm able to have more light. And I've also bought real lighting equipment. I got soft boxes and umbrella lights, so you know, I didn't think about it at the time, but realistically, if the dude had the power to use a drill press, and then it obviously shows there's power in the house, that we could have just kept the lights on inside of the garage to be able to keep the lighting more even.
2 seconds.
Well, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Then start talking. After he finishes, you count to 2 Mississippi.
Action.
Who are you? Where are we at?
I don't know where we are, but I've been here for days.
Action.
So y'all little bitches think y'all slick. Coming through my shit, trying to take my shit. The fuck y'all think y'all doing?
I've got people looking for me, you know. And they will find me.
Yeah, I kind of hope they do. I do to them the same I'm gonna do to you. And this little bitch nigga. Motherfucker.
You gotta cut. Cut! We cannot use bitch nigga. You cannot use that. But that was perfect the way through.
I couldn't help it.
And you did perfect.
You did perfect.
You did perfect.
Yeah, a little more aggression.
Abram, step up your game.
Seriously.
I thought he did good.
What the fuck was that, Abram?
I saw the opportunity, I executed it.
No, it was perfect. Spit on
I
it.
love it. I just really can't have this.
Spit on it.
There's too much of that shit. People all over.
And then scream. Just get
Black-
mad.
Ah! Can I turn around and say Black Lives Matter?
No.
No.
Alright guys, no more fucking around my
He's gonna spit on you, and then when you hit him, he's gonna get mad as fuck. And then you just start laughing.
No, just do what you were doing.
Oh.
We gotta wait for the airplane.
Another thing that I would like to bring up is the fact that poor Abram was honestly really chained up. There were a lot of props around that were plastic, but we used real chain to pin him up to the ceiling. And he went 45 minutes to an hour in spurts being chained with his hands above his head while everybody else took drink breaks and smoke breaks. And looking back, it was pretty cruel what we did to him. His level of aggravation and exhaustion is pretty on point and realistic.
I don't have the line in this, right?
You're just gonna
You
wing it.
just throw it out there. If you got something you want to say it.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, it's just like, this is just whatever we got to
A
do. to get
freestyle scene, but make it legit and about what's going on.
Just play off of me. Or play off of Stanley.
Alright. That's right.
Action. So y'all little bitches think y'all slick, huh? Motherfuckers coming up in my yard, stealing my shit. You think I'm gonna let this shit happen?
I've got people looking for me.
Do you now?
They'll find me.
What the fuck I want? I hope so, bitch.
Cut.
That's fine, because I can just pick up and get a close shot
Okay,
if I'm
good.
walking to A-room. Action.
No. No! Let me go. How long can I find out?
You gotta scream.
How much is that?
We'll retake it. We'll retake it. Let's retake it. You just grit your teeth and.
And then my hand getting used to it. And then
That's fine. You can just.
I mean, you ain't gonna see
You
that.
cannot even go see.
Come get here. I'm finally free. Come get me, Ricky.
I know, man. It's tough. Now I feel how you people who really do this shit feel.
right?
So what we gotta get now? What we gotta do now?
Well, we gotta retake that.
No, we don't. If I could just get him screaming, I can cut that up and just have a scream.
Yeah, just put your arm up there. It won't show your arm on the thing, but it'll have your elbow to your thing, and then you got your head looking away. Grit your teeth together.
As soon as that thing comes down, I can cut to black and have it scream. And then have it come back in from black with the same scream, and that's what you hear from outside.
Okay.
You can scream, just try something. If not, I mean, I can try to find some kind of scream offline. I mean, it's okay.
Somebody help!
Scream, dog.
You sound like some old lady who's cat wrangling.
That's what I was going for.
I'll do it for you if you want me to.
Yeah, do it. Let's hear your scream.
Well, it's not even a scream. It's fucking painful and fucking. You don't want to be a bitch. Hey, save me! I'm fucking Rapunzel. I mean, this ain't what this is. It's a fucking you're a man at the same time, but it's a fucking drill going through your arm.
Old man, the whole
So it's kind of you grit your teeth. And you're like, ah! Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
I've never done it, so I'm
Yeah.
really close. I mean, you know what a man screams like. You a man, scream like a man. Ah, bitch! What the fuck? You putting a hole through my damn arm! Yeah!
Okay!
What? Sorry. From the windows to the walls!
Ow! Sweat down my bowel!
Oh, crap me up. Oh, wow.
Alright, we can work on a scream. If that's one of the biggest issues that we have right this second, that can be dealt with even in
alright.
post-processing.
Yeah.
So, alright.
Did you put blood on the drill?
I guess I will.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Go what? I got something for y'all two faggots.
Do I let it roll?
I guess I don't know how oppressed faggots are still. I mean, I don't know if that fucked things up or not. I don't mean that.
Oh my God, Henry.
I mean, I wouldn't be bothered by it, but I don't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't?
Well, I mean,
I
there are big rights though, like
No, faggot.
rainbow people that are like real
Yeah, they're
about.
like legitimate, like LGBT fucking leaders and shit.
Yeah.
they'd be like, I mean,
Come on, man.
Like,
It's in
straight.
TV series all the time.
that's what I'm saying. I don't really give a fuck about it, but. And if anybody wants to say anything, I'm like, I'm gay, and it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm sorry all y'all got butt hurt.
Well, I know that I tell that to 100,000 people.
I have no problem telling that to 100,000 people.
I got what you're saying.
Alright, Henry, pull the boom out a little bit. I just want to get a shot to cut to of him just still hanging there. What the fuck, bro?
What the fuck I
I
did?
think my vest is
You're
out.
supposed to say topless.
Now? I thought he said something first.
I said,
You started off, man.
Oh, I started off?
Yeah, you started off.
Alright. I
Sorry.
see how that looked bad now.
sorry.
I see what you're saying now.
Hey, if you're really aggravated from being up there, then just get pissed at the fact that you're aggravated and be like, I told you it's fucking helpless.
It's fucking hell.
Alright, tell me when. Did you give me like a middle finger or something?
No, I just need you to be quiet. You can be here for this. Action.
Man, it's hopeless.
God
What
damn
the
it.
fuck you smiling
Did
about,
you want me
nigga?
to say that still or no?
Yes, but I got to do it again because my tripod wasn't steady and it moved.
Alright,
I need
was
this
that
to be a
enough
clean
enthusiasm or more enthusiasm?
Give him more put some balls in your voice.
I'm gonna.
No. He'll hear it from there. He'll hear it from there. Action.
Man, it's hopeless.
No, Fat Daryl's on the way. I can't say that without laughing. So.
No, you got to sell it. You're like, no.
Fat
Daryl's on the way.
That's how I gained my name, right?
Yeah.
Bet.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where we got to have it. And then you can bust it. I'm here, gay Rick.
Alright.
I'm here, Gabriel.
All right. We're gonna start it again from the top. Abram. Action.
Man, it's hopeless.
Fat Daryl's on the way.
Be mad at the
You
fact.
mad at the fact that say fucking hopeless.
Stanley, just get it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's all good at this point. This is one of those times where we're gonna make people laugh with this part.
Yeah.
Action.
Man, it's hopeless.
No, Fat Daryl's on the way.
Hey, we're shooting a movie. Abel's like, fuck that.
I'll
You're
be like,
torturing us.
I don't know these people.
Help me.
Oh, it's 114 Gordon Street. 31407.
I'm missing.
I've been missing for 5 days now.
My face is at Walmart.
You're retarded. Okay.
We should have made them
bulletin
Walmart
boards.
pictures.
Is that what you're talking about?
And tag them up there at the
I want a
Walmart.
missing board at Walmart, I see
Shit,
that.
at Walmart.
I didn't know I was just supposed to be screaming like that.
No, you're
You're in a fucking spot. I wouldn't get upset.
Yo, I knew that line motherfucker wouldn't let it go back up.
Too sharp. Yeah, well, I knew that too. I didn't want to after over here.
What is that good shit or shit you fun?
You ready?
This is
for the.
I think it'd be cool if we don't have any more.
Huh?
So I'd rather not have any more like lines.
You gotta improvise.
Like right now, it's not just shoot them.
At least you gotta breathe.
Oh shit, yes.
Thank you, Fat Daryl.
It's not yet, like, it's only like improvise right now, you know what I mean? It's just improv right now. Yeah. It's not really anything to do.
Alright, Tony, you gotta come out the other door. When you come in, you say, I told you I had something for you. When you show the cutters, that's when you slam the door. Be prepared for him to kick that thing in. Y'all ready? Action!
I told y'all boys I had something for you.
Was this say something?
I can't see anything. I don't know.
Oh, let's redo that because I
Tony just threw himself in that refrigerator. It's like he hit his head on the concrete ground. You're like, let's redo
son of a bitch.
Wow. Alright.
Did y'all see what happened?
Yeah,
I sure as
yeah,
fuck didn't.
I saw the light go out. That's it.
I saw that shit.
I'm like, where did he go?
We have to retake
I'm
it.
gonna have to put another light like facing down on the ground, I guess.
Chapter 2.
Shit seems brighter.
It is brighter.
That's probably better. Let me get Be careful, Tony.
Well, that's the whole point of me hitting that.
Sorry, it looked real. We'll do it again.
I told you I had something.
Was that good? I need a. When he does the snip snip, is when I need to hit it, right?
But when he slams the door,
That's what you hit me.
I mean, your timing seemed good, yeah.
Well, he didn't. When he slams the door, so he's walked out and talking and did the snip snip and then slams the door.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
And then after he hits the ground, am I supposed to say something, or he's supposed to say something?
The keys are in his
We're
pocket.
gonna cut after I hit him and he's down, right?
Sure.
Okay. Fuck.
What?
Goddamn fucking monster.
Go back in the door and I'll say action. Action.
I told y'all boys I had something for you.
No! What the fuck? Oh shit. April's like, this shit ain't funny, I wanna get down!
Yeah.
Alright, outside.
Whoa, what you doing?
Shut the doors, sirs. Action.
Told y'all boys I had something for you. wish the light wouldn't went out on the phone.
Yeah, remember, so you just kind of holding that motherfucker down.
Should I like brace it or should I just kind of hold it up?
I would just hold it down like it's in pain. Just, yeah, but don't move it. You know, like, just let it free dangle. You know what I'm saying? you know what that's about. Anyway.
Just let it free dangle.
So I've got you down. His hands is coming down. As I'm walking like this, you're like, yeah.
I got you.
Looking at your wrist or whatever.
I just like because I wasn't real happy with the way I was able to film it over there and the lighting because we don't have none of these lights that way.
That's fine.
I would rather I can probably get away with knowing that when you were taking his hands down,
Yeah.
that I could cut to this angle of y'all walking this way. And then you'll be last.
Right.
That way you can turn around, pick up the gun, and I can actually focus on that.
Just remember, wait, you need to get my attention.
Yeah, I get that. I get it.
You call action when you're ready.
Action.
Come on, we ain't got no time. No time. Son of a bitch.
Wait! I know where everything's at. Guns, ammo, everything.
Get it. Get all of it.
Got it.
Told you I had people coming.
Cut.
It kind of became apparent towards the end of editing that I was not happy where we ended it by having everybody just walk into the house. You know, at this point, this is like 2 o'clock in the morning that Saturday, and everybody was tired and exhausted, and nobody else felt like filming anymore. So what we basically did was we went and filmed another day, but it was pushing real close. I had actually set up another shoot about 2 weeks before release, and I showed up at Henry's house on time, and Henry was waiting to go, and we had a really bad storm, and then it rained all day. So we ended up having to cancel that day, and then we showed back up, but Stanley was not available. So what we ended up doing was deciding to continue the story of them in the house and do what we could with just Henry and Abram. And Henry's had a buddy that was kind of working for him at the time that was staying over at the house with him, that we ended up getting to be in it as well, Michael. And the way we were going to play it off was that they realized after they had gotten into their little newer adventure in the house that, you know, Rick didn't meet back up with them, and that's how we accounted for Stanley not being there. But it was really, really tragic because we went through all this shooting and setting up and choreographed things, and in between the time of the original shoot and this time, I had bought some more equipment offline to be able to help out and try to raise the quality a little bit
You're gonna
better.
sneak around this way. I'm gonna get a picture of your face so we can get some of that pretty face in there, and you're kind of like coming around as they're wrestling. Y'all are just gonna have to keep doing that little tussle for a second. He's gonna come around. I'm gonna go from your face to seeing the knife in your hand. And then I'm gonna kind of go back around there. I'll say cut, and then I'm gonna go from that angle to see the, okay? Because you were over here.
When you see the knife in your hand, kind of close the blade a little bit, or turn it to your hand, kind of back to your wrist, and just go down with it. That'll keep from cutting you or cutting me, but I still like knife straight up and stabbing you.
Let's just take the scene by scene, dog. Alright.
See,
It's hard for me to.
Okay.
All right, so y'all are gonna be tussling in the background.
Right.
Let me get my focus. All right, Abram, you need to be in front of me, baby.
Yeah, and you need to be over here if he seemed to get focused.
Do I need to just drop
This is already
the flashlight
down on me like
No, because
this.
you're gonna need the flashlight.
Come closer into me. You got get your arm up.
Right.
Grab me like you fucking mean it.
So you're gonna walk towards me. I'm gonna see your face.
Alright.
No, you're not looking at me though. You're still looking at him. I'm gonna come around with the face, and then I'm gonna come down and see the knife
like
as
this
you're
look.
turning the knife out. You know what I mean?
Get
You
it,
want me
get
to go
it.
that way or?
Dude, look at this shit. Look, nigga, this is like a photographic moment.
That's cool.
All right.
This is gonna hurt.
You're fine. You were up there. You just punched.
You were kind of you were kind of in there. Now, when he yells action, you go to staggering again.
All right, let me get a face shot of you, like sideways. Yeah, you look good. All right, let me cut to him real quick. Like look confused, concerned. Show me your sexy face. All right, you ready? Action.
No, not gonna work. You got to get back into it.
Okay.
You can't be like, nigga. You got to be stumbling backwards,
Alright.
and then I'm gonna kick your ass through that door, and you just go fall on that fucking bed,
Alright.
and then I'll shut the door, and then I'm gonna yell to him. I'm gonna say, get the fuck out of here, or I'm gonna be like, no. Whenever we lock it, I'm gonna turn back around. You're gonna be in the closet fumbling, and he's gonna be like, I found the shit.
All right, yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can just be down in there fumbling. As
then
I
we'll
turn
go get
around, I'm
the
like,
stuff.
what the hell are you doing?
And then we'll go get the stuff.
And then you go, I found the shit.
And then we'll go. Yeah. And then we'll.
I
cut
found
for a
the
minute.
guns.
We'll cut for a minute, have a cigarette, and go get the stuff.
Right.
All right.
And when he says action, you're back in it, dazed again, but you're going backwards. You're going backwards, just fumbling. Yeah, just like that. All right, come back.
Action.
Go ahead.
I didn't know that was all one scene.
I think it's not. You're
It's
right.
not.
I'm gonna look back. Let's retake it. I think he should be closer to the door when I kick him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're gonna feel even better. Let's retake it. We'll have different takes. You can look at it from
The
different angles.
mask actually flew off with that one.
I understand where you're coming from, no doubt. I do. I mean, I'm just getting frustrated. That's all.
Action.
Mike's here. Son of a bitch!
What?
God. Bike! It's gone.
You think Rick took it?
No. I don't think Rick took it, if you want to know my honest opinion. I think that son of a bitch took it. And I think he's still out there. Personally. And when I find him... God damn it. We're gonna have to walk it.
Let's fucking get moving.
The ending that you see is not actually the original ending. There was a whole nother ending shot that I didn't find out till it was time to edit it, that it was not on the memory card. This was devastating for me. I ended up crying, actually, like real tears. We had filmed this action shot because I didn't think that we should end it the way, on a light note at all, and to kind of give one last kind of jump scare type thing. We used Michael in the Michael Myers mask to kind of reprise Tony's role as the bad guy. And I had, after they were walking down the fence this way, I had a shot of them walking down the road coming towards the camera, though I was kind of back, and they both were walking this way. Like where it ends at now was going to cut to them still talking coming up the road. Then all you see in the very far back of the road is lights cut on real quick, and then this car come hauling ass up the road. And we had, planned it out real well to where they knew exactly when to jump out the way. And I had a marker set for Michael to stop the car real quick to where it was just the headlight shining into the camera. And that was where we were going to cut it, was this car coming. And, I had taken close-up shots of Michael in the Michael Myers mask to where as soon as those lights come on, it would cut to a picture of him behind the wheel, and it's just a blank look. You can't see the eyeballs or anything, and then all of a sudden just and it's like 1:30 in the morning, and we actually got down with it on the car, And again, it was really devastating when I realized that this did not make it onto the memory card. So, but at this point, it was too late to film anything else for me to get the film finished. I had to go back through and put the names in the actual opening, because the only person's names that I put in the opening was mine and Henry's, because I knew we were dedicated to doing it no matter what. And I was waiting to see who showed up on the shooting days and if anybody else was going to be added to the casting as a main character before I totally finished the intro. So yeah, that was very disappointing, and I think that would have actually made a pretty big impact on the ending if it was able to have been a part of it the way I intended it. But you know, the thing that really bothered me the most, I think, was the release. We tried to hype it up as much as possible. Henry was putting it all over these Walking Dead groups on Facebook and online. And, you know, it was very, very nerve-wracking the day of Halloween. I came home from work and I dropped it. And I'm waiting, I'm looking, and I'm seeing some views go up, but I'm not getting any comments. And that was like, okay, this is really confusing, because, you know, I'm looking for feedback. You know, I want to get as much feedback as I possibly can so I can know, you know, hey, people like this, people took well to this, people didn't like this, people. But I never really got that. And you know, there was one person that had said something to Henry over a text message, and I think it kind of boiled down to him saying that his criticisms were he liked it, but there wasn't enough action and it was too dark in places. And I can understand the dark part. And I'm trying to think about the fact that, like, you know, I don't really understand the not enough action part, because to me it seemed like for the length of time that the movie is, I mean, you got Henry on the motorcycle, you've got people running around, you got an actual fight scene in it that we added towards the end. You know, I don't understand. Like, I think if we added any more action, it would have taken away from any suspense at all. You know, I keep reminding myself this was supposed to be more of a passion project and a little short film for Halloween, but it's you know, that kind of got to me a little bit, and I started thinking about, like, well, what should I have done different? What could I have done different? You know, the main shots that I wanted in this thing I got. The Michael Myers part was beautiful. Sydney did a perfect job of being the zombie. You know, the coming in through the doors when you see him through the little crack, that was one of the shots that I had dead set. That was exactly how I wanted it. I'm the one that painted the little pole thing, and that was set up from the beginning. Was I wanted this like barn door shot where the doors swing open real fast, he comes in and it's like bam, and then it like just cuts to black, and then it like comes back in real quick. That was one of them. The drill press was one of them as well, that I knew for a fact that I wanted to have when we were setting up the garage for the torture scene. You know, I looked over at the drill press and we actually cleaned everything off. It was actually really dirty, and I was like, we're going to use this in it, because I think that would be really, really cool. And you know, me and Henry were able to coordinate, you know, the motorcycle shots and stuff like that pretty easily on our own. But I don't know, I feel like it wasn't terrible. I feel like given more time we could have done a lot more, but I think for the short amount of time that we actually shot video, and with the fact that we were not working with professional anybody's, and what we did achieve, I believe I'm happy with it. it's hard to say that I'm proud of it, because I'm proud of parts of it. I am proud of pieces of it. I would say that it is not the exact vision that I had, but if you calculate the learning experience and what we were able to pull off, I'm proud of the fact that I stayed motivated enough to see the thing all the way through, and I think it could have been a lot worse. I really do. But I hope you enjoyed this little look back at some of the behind the scenes and some of the explanations for the walking dub and the process of how it became and what transpired. I do want to do some more short films coming up, but I kind of felt like I've had this emptiness when it came to this project for a while now, and that before I could move on to the next project, I needed to reevaluate for myself and for my creative process the last project that I had worked on, which was this. So here's to the future, and I hope that you see more of whatever I have to offer.